Right. Just on me. So, we're talking about accented passing notes. We've talked about jingle bells. Oh, what fun it is. So, the F, it's a C chord, but the melody's an F. It's not a harmony note. So, that's the accented passing note that falls to a harmony note. Or it could go up, depending on the melody. But that's an accented passing on the note. So, when it comes to All By Myself, when I was young, I never needed anyone. That's what you do, isn't it? A first inversion of B flat minor. But that isn't the melody. So the melody is this. When I was young, I never needed. That's the point. Needed. You know that's how it goes, isn't it? Well, that A, which is magnificent, is an accented passing note because it's on the beat. But it resolves upwards to the harmony note. You with me? Okay, yeah. But we use the D flat, F and B flat, that first inversion, because that's where the melody is. You see, the melody, it's magic this to be able to teach you. The melody is what I call inside the inversion. Watch. It's inside, you see? Yeah. That's why we picked the first inversion. So if we did, let's say, oh, well, I think I'll do the root. So there's the root. But the problem is the melody's up here. That's pretty awkward. Yeah. And indeed, because we've got 3 inversions, so let's say we did the second inversion. The melody is in the middle. But the golden rule is the melody is always at the top. Yeah. So there's only ever one inversion that's going to work. And so it's the first inversion. So the A is the accented passing note, which resolves upwards to that harmony note. And then we just extra bits of notes. And so that's a great moment, that. Harmony notes. And you hear that all the time, Colin. The accented passing note is where the feeling and emotion in any song comes from. If it was all like... which is most pop songs. I mean, you hardly get an accented passing note. Everything is just on the like a harmony note, and it's bland. That's why things are bland. Because you don't have like... You just don't hear that in a song much nowadays. Accented passing note. And that's the magic. So you get them in all sorts of great songs. So, in fact, I was playing through my mind. She is nearly all harmony notes. Harmony note, harmony note, harmony note, harmony note. You can hear it, can't you? It's amazing, actually. Harmony note. I mean, actually, that's where there's a there's the accented passing note that goes down right at the very end of the verse, and then it goes. So all of those melodies, I think it's just because it's such a great chord sequence and melody that you don't, it just surpasses. You don't even realise it's just all harmony notes. That's the magic of the song, but if it goes on, harmony note, note. Harmony note, harmony note. They're all harmony notes. Yeah. Just the nature of the song. It's amazing, actually. So what else have we got? Always a woman. Well, if we took this is harmony note. They're all harmony notes. Until we get to here, which is why it ended up being a bit awkward. So, when we get to here, that's an accented passing note because it's a B minor chord, but it's an E in the tune. So it doesn't fit, but it resolves downwards to the harmony note. And then it repeats itself again, and then that's a bit, it goes more into the harmony notes. But that.
Yes.
Now, what happens when you get something like that? If you did your basic chords, and you hit on this when we were learning this. Oh, it sounds a little bit, there's something wrong. Well, what's wrong? You've got a D in the middle of the B minor chord, but the melody is an E, which is going to go down to a D, and you get that. That's the problem. It muddies. It sounds muddy, right? And you were right. You said, oh, it doesn't sound quite right. And so what you do is we took it out, and there it is.
Yeah.
Beautiful, because the D is in the melody. That's exactly what you do. So accented passing notes, you know, we get them.
Yeah.
They do crop up in songs, and so, you know, going back to All By Myself. Accented passing note, mate. And I think now you know this, you'll listen to pieces or you'll play pieces, go back somewhere or some of your own. It'd be really fun to say, well, oh, is that an accented passing note there? And you'll begin to hear them.
Yes.
And this, you see, this unlocks how we can start really getting into playing the full melodies, you know, like I do. So instead of, as you do, melodic inversions, but there's no, the melody's ghosting there, isn't it? Because it's at the top. When I was young, I never needed anyone. It's there to ghost, but it's not everything.
Yes.
And the everything is what I do.
Yeah.
And that's like the chasm. That's the last bridge from what you're doing, sticking in the melody notes. I mean, there it is. That's what I do. Look, that's what I do. And that's professional. And of course, the thing is, 90% of my entire conscious concentration is going on the melody.
Yes.
This is what makes me, I think, such a a great player. Is it's not all the fancy stuff. That's all secondary. Yeah. Even though it's hard, it's listen to the melody. Everything. I'm singing that song. See, the melody's out.
It's all there, isn't it? Yeah.
Everything else is underneath. And that's the magic. Yeah. That's the real magic. So, tremendous. I mean, just that. I don't know how long's the video?
It's
15 minutes? What does it say? Put your glasses on.
I think it's going to, 8 minutes.
Only 8 minutes?
Yes.
Well, there you are. It took me 8 minutes to say that. That would be awkward to... Well, I could have done it on the phone, couldn't I? But to have you do it.
Yeah.
So, I think it's over to you now.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
Yeah. Marvellous.